Inspire, motivate, challenge.
So you worked for Pfizer for 25 years.
Yes, yes.
Which, even at that point, it wasn't like you were at retirement age or anything.
That's correct.
You could have worked for even longer.
That's correct. I would have worked at about the age of 60.
Sorry?
I should have worked at about the age of 60 in Pfizer, yes.
Exactly. So I'm saying there are a lot of other, you have a lot of colleagues, both your peers and junior ones who
are still,
do the same thing for 20 years, 25 years.
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of discussions with people in the industry, and it seems like that lifespan is reducing.
That's good.
For you to work for 25 years nowadays, it's still possible, but it's quite rare.
That's correct.
Before you either need to leave, either voluntarily or involuntarily.
That's true.
So my next question is now, how does one prepare for life after this corporate life or this industry life? What's your advice for people who are already clocking 10, 15 years? They're already getting to that point whereby, their lifespan will probably, they need to move to the next. I mean, you had a natural progression.
That's correct.
Into academics.
That's right.
But what's your advice for the people coming after you that will soon find themselves in this post-working or corporate working span of their life cycle?
Number one is humility. You remember, if I had to travel, I had somebody who was going to make booking. I had somebody who was going to arrange, somebody to pick me at the airport in the various countries I visit, somebody to arrange my hotel, to carry me from the airport to the hotel, come and pick me the following morning. All those ones, they are linked to your role in that career. That is not your person. So when you are in career, you have to prepare that when you leave the career, you'll be humble enough and be realistic enough not to continue the lifestyle that you are having before. That's number one. Number two, when you are in a career, is the best time to prepare for post-career. I was in a career and I knew I would love to be a teacher in academics. So I joined a school on part-time. And I remember there's one, some of the lecturers in Lagos Business School, they will bring me on board to just come and share the practical aspect of marketing in a marketing session. And that was very inspiring to me. That was my first foray into academic world. And when you see that some of the people you are teaching are higher than you in career, they are bigger than you, but they still respect you because you are a teacher. So somebody like me, I've had one leg in academics before I left Pfizer. So whatever you really want to become, while you are in a career, at least 5 years to you live in that career, start to prepare for it. Preparing for it ahead helps so that you are not moving from something to nothing. It helps you to move from something to another thing. That other thing may be at a totally different level, but it will not be at ground zero. And so, it would be nice for pharmacists to recognize the fact that when you are in a career, you're not going to be in career for life. And because you're not going to be in career for life, it would be nice for you to prepare for whatever you want to be while you are in that career. It becomes much more, more traumatic if you are exiting at a period you did not prepare for. And when you are exiting at a period you did not prepare for, it makes it much more traumatic because maybe you've not prepared anything and you have been out. So you just need to sit down and think through, how will I be much more impactful? Somebody like me knew that I had a passion for teaching. And so I wasn't looking at it and saying, oh, I used to be a regional director for East, Central, and West Africa in Pfizer, and therefore I want to set up something that will compete with Pfizer overnight. It won't work because it had taken Pfizer hundreds of years to get to where they are today. And it will not be appropriate for me to say, I would like to therefore start from the top. I had to start from ground zero. I had already learned how to start from ground zero after the old divestment, and I had to take Pfizer Specialties Limited from ground zero to whatever they became before I left. And so that has helped me personally in knowing that I could start anything from scratch and build on it. All that is required is just for one to concentrate. But if we are distracted by what is happening in the world, if we are distracted, and I'm not the kind of person who's very, I don't spend much time on social things, either on social media or social clubs, things like that. No. I'm a member of Ikoyi Club, but I'm not used to going regularly. And for me, it's just once in a while thing. My life revolves around whatever I'm doing. That's why I could tell you that you will meet me in the office today. So my life revolves around whatever I'm doing. I leave my house for my place of work. I leave my place of work most times to my house. And so I'm not, I just feel that people who are in career should look for idea of what they could become tomorrow, post-career, and start to prepare themselves for it. Either prepare themselves in terms of acquisition of knowledge for it, or prepare themselves in terms of putting fund aside, so that when they leave career, they can build something with that knowledge that they have and with the fund that they've had. In most cases, people do get fund when they leave career, but because that mindset that they used to be in this big position, they want to continue their lifestyle with that mindset. It's a wrong thing. They must be realistic and understand that now that I'm running my business on my own, every kobo I spend is a potential money that I could have invested to become better than what I used to be. So there's a factor of investing in assets. And when I speak of assets, I don't really mean houses alone. It can be investment, it can be in shares, it can be in any form of asset whatsoever that will become beneficial on a long term to you. So it's not good enough for anybody in career to put all the 10 fingers in the mouth. So, and me, I do not believe in retirement, that you sit at home and do nothing. I believe that you must keep on working even up to the age of 90, as far as God allows you to continue to be able to be physically fit to do whatever you need to do.
That's interesting you said that, because I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
This will be my last question.
Yeah.
You did 25 years in Pfizer.
Yeah.
You've done 15 years already in BSN.
That's
right.
2003. Yes, because of overlaps. Okay, 2003 to 2003 to 2003. Yes, you are right. You're right. I've actually worked for over 40 years now.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So I know you've just said now that you don't plan to retire.
You could retire from a particular function.
Yeah.
But you have to keep doing something. You have to keep having something that makes you wake up in the morning. What kills people faster is waking up and have nothing to do. There must be a dream you are pursuing. There must be something, how you are adding value to people. For example, I will eventually become a roving lecturer. That is, deliver lecture in this school, go to another school, have travel outside the country, to have a session of a day or two with a group of professionals or a group of students in school, things like that. Those are the things that interest me post this level. And I believe that it's something that I believe I will do eventually. And that is good for me. So people must be preparing for the next level. And so I'm psychologically preparing. And therefore building myself up in the area of agile transformation, trying to see how I could help organization in consulting, how I could share a gamut of my experience that has spanned over 40 years now in a classroom setting. No, not just as a case study, but as a learning opportunity for me and for other people, in terms of career, in terms of transformation efforts that have been made, where I've failed, where I've learned, the learnings that has occurred as a result of my failure, the learning that has occurred as a result of my successes, and so on and so forth. These are the things I should share with the next generation so that they don't make the mistake I make. And if there's anything I've done right, they learn how to do them better as well. This is part of my own desire, and I'm prepared for it. Or realize I'm preparing for it as well. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayowa.
The ultimate pleasure.
Thank you. You are doing a very good job, and I feel that some of the effort that you are making in assembling lessons from experienced pharmacists, people, as we put this together, you are also producing content that can help you to come up with lessons from each of the people you have interviewed that can become very rich content for those generations coming after you, to help them in their career, to help them in their dreams. And I wish you the very best.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.